Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another one. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we are going to talk about one powerful thing. Basically, I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and my honest opinion on it. So, let's start with law of attraction. You know, we believe that when you attract something, it means that it's like a magnetic force, right? It basically comes to you. You don't chase it. You let it come to you. You don't attract it. When you put a magnet close to a metal, what you notice is that it comes to the metal until what? It touches with the metal. They touch. So when the metal is here and this is the magnetic, it comes, it stops at a certain level, then you see the metal eventually meets the magnetic, and that is basically, in simple terms, an attraction. So the law of attraction, I believe it's real. The person that I became today, so basically I play rugby. I do this sport, so these are basically the type of shoes that we play with. Reason being is that these are very powerful for the grass. We usually do a scrum, or yeah, and in that it helps with like the getting the grass right. So yeah, basically when I started this game called rugby, I started 5 years ago, and so I basically took one thing, which is the law of attraction. I told myself that I'm gonna make it happen, no matter how long it takes. I will make it happen. I told myself that I don't even care what the statistics tell me currently, but I know 5 years from that time that I started, I'll be a beast. And let me tell you right now, it has paid off. And basically, that is the law of attraction, because I attracted it. I made sure I put myself in a position where I had to make it happen. You know, there's a quote that says, don't set a goal so high that you cannot achieve it until you go into the person that can. So basically, that's what I did. You know. All right. So yeah, that's my take on the law of attraction. There's nothing much to it. So yeah, what I'm gonna tell you right now. Next, we are gonna talk about like two animals in the jungle. One is master the law of attraction, but another one just basically does his own thing, and somehow, some way, he doesn't happen. So these animals I'm talking about, we have the hyena, which is basically a scavenger. This basically means that he kind of looks for food. You just see him up and down every time, up and down looking for food. You know, that's why it has to kill or whatever, even dead food, dead meat. It scavengers, it looks ne. And then next we have the lion. So basically, this is a lion. I love these animals because one thing about them, their characteristics, is their attitude. You know, is their ability and their patience to wait for something to come to them, and then they seize that opportunity. You know, so they are defined as the laziest animal in the world because they sleep to 20 hours a day. But one thing about this, if you notice that, if this is the laziest animal in the world, why does it then also like the most performing animal? Why is it king of the jungle? Why is it that it eats animals like elephants, buffaloes, and whatnot, but it's still a lazy animal? Because this is when it's under a tree, right? It sleeps, it's minding its business, doing its own thing, not being like the hyena scavenging around, you know. And once like a kudu, a springbok, approaches its territory, what does it do? It then patiently waits, and it waits for the perfect moment. Then it sees that opportunity, and it makes sure what? That this opportunity, it will take that springbok or whatever animal is chasing, and he will eat it. And that's what I love about the lion. Basically, that's like my spirit animal. So one thing about me, that is what I did in my rugby journey. I took my opportunity. I made sure I'll make it happen no matter what, you know, and eventually it paid off. So currently now I'm a farmer. I've been reading a bit of this concept. This is like the, I don't know if you can see this, but it's more of like poultry farming, you know, farming with chickens. Yeah, so this is like the layers are basically those that are give eggs, ne? You know, eggs, and these are broilers. Basically they give meat. So the same chicken that will give you meat is not one that you can want to say for them to give you eggs, and the same one that gives you eggs, you can't take them for meat, you know. Yeah, so I'm basically leaning into that. I just found out now about that. So yeah, basically I know I'm a upcoming farmer that started out, but then I believe, ne, one thing is that I'm going to make it happen. All right, so that is my law of attraction, because I'm attracting it. I don't care what the statistics say currently, But I know 5 years from now, I know 10 years down the line, I'll be a different breed, I'll be a different beast, you know. I will make it happen. So yeah, basically that is why I love the law of attraction. It also comes hand in hand with the law of manifestation. When you speak it into existence, when you tell yourself you're gonna make it happen, regardless, no matter how long it takes, no matter the odds, that is basically what basically happens basically. Yeah. So without wasting much of your time, give me a few minutes. There's a video coming up right now that actually I want to show you guys, and then we'll talk about it.
This is an incredibly artistic structure, but this exquisite masterpiece wasn't created by humans. It was built by a flame bowerbird. This is the courting bower he has meticulously constructed, spending weeks on his creation. Even before the bower is complete, it has already attracted a female bird. The male immediately begins his first performance. However, the male knows that's not enough. In the bird world, this blue fruit is equivalent to a bouquet of flowers. Everything seems to be going well until another male bird shows up and interrupts the performance. At that moment, the male panics, standing there dumbfounded, unsure how to break the stalemate. As the intruding male leaves, the female also flies away. Determined to succeed next time, the male continues to perfect his bower. He finds another blue fruit, and with the one he already has, he now has two, which is like having two bouquets of flowers. With everything now ready, another female arrives at his bower to observe his call. Females seem to have a natural weakness for flowers. After the male's persistent invitations, the female finally enters the bower. The male then begins his carefully choreographed dance performance. The female is utterly captivated by his graceful movements, watching in rapture, sensing...
Alright, so I bet you guys saw that video, right? The one of the bird that is like building a nest and trying to attract females, you know. And I don't know if you noticed this, but it kind of tried to attract the first female, and it kind of failed. So when that first female came, the first lady, when it built, like what they do is that most they build like a shelter or something, right? Like a house, and then they attract the bird, and then they kind of give like a berry, but to them that's like, it's like a flower, like giving flowers to the bird, nah, to their ladies anyway. So when the ladies come, then they start to most dance some attractive dances. So basically it did that, and when the lady came, the lady bird came, another male bird came, and it was kind of panicked, you know, thinking that it might lose to that male bird, and that male bird didn't do much. And though basically when the male bird flew, the lady followed. Basically she was for the streets, but in this case she was for the trees. So anyways guys, it then, what I noticed about it is that it didn't quit, it wasn't depressed, it didn't give up, it kept building its nest, it kept building that house, because it's attractive. It believed that eventually the right lady would come, and that's what happened. Even though it lost the first lady, the second lady came, and what happened? It then attracted, it got an extra like bouquet of flowers, yeah. And then when the lady came, it started dancing like a mating dance or something to attract the lady, né, to a performance. And the lady was basically admiring that, and my guy called himself a wonderful lady, better than what was gone. So that is the law of attraction. Even if it doesn't go your way, you still make it happen regardless. That's my mindset, you know. Where I come from, the person that I was, you know, the old person that I was, I used to kind of listen to people. I was never my own man, and so I'm shifting into that energy, you know. And one thing about me that I've noticed is that when I do it my way, when I do what I want to do, you know, things tend to work out. And in this case, I also keep God first. Yeah, I'm doing my farming, I'm doing my rugby. They are paying off, you know. Currently, we as rugby players now, we are getting paid by the club. Thank God for that. And I'm learning farming, and basically, yeah, then in here there are also my notes. I don't know if you can see this. I took quite a lot of notes just to learn about farming. Yeah, so it's kind of paying off, because as we speak right now, I'm networking with other farmers, and thank God for that. I'm basically finding ways, and that is why is that? Because I'm attracting. I believe that eventually this is what I want to do, and I'm attracting it. And now eventually that's how the law of attraction does. Because if you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. There's a powerful quote that was said by Conor McGregor, the MMA fighter, and he became an MMA fighter because of that, the law of attraction. That thing is very real. It's very real, and one thing I like about it, it goes hand in hand with the law of manifestation. You speak it into existence. When I look in the mirror, and the person that looks back at me is the best farmer there is in the country. The person that looks at me is the best rugby player that plays nationals, that represents his country at a crazy scale, that plays the Rugby World Cup. That is who I see, because that is what I believe in myself. That's what I attract. Currently, as I'm shooting this, I am single. Eventually, I believe God will send the right woman my way. While she's coming, I'm working on myself. So by the time she's there, we can then, I can give her the best. Unfortunately, I wasn't that guy that made a lady in his struggle, that is meeting a lady in his struggle, what is going through. But if I meet a lady right now, like, I'm almost there, I'm at the finishing line. So I can't classify myself as that guy. So anyways, yeah guys, this is it from me. Let me keep this one short. As you all know, I like talking too much. This is why I open this podcast. We talk about topics like this, and I give you guys my honest opinion. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you at the next one. Ciao.